Hello, beautiful people. It is Kanika popping back in with another video. So this video or this week, we're going to be going through how we help our clients fully reclaim their spaces. So we're going to be decluttering and organizing and just adding more functionality to several spaces in her home. So right now I'm actually in her primary bedroom closet. So it's a pretty decent size walk-in closet, not massive, not too small though. So we're going to be able to show you how we transform the space. We're also going to be helping her to add organization to her kitchen and her pantry situation. She doesn't have like a built-in pantry in her kitchen, so she's kind of made her own pantry. So we're gonna revamp that space for her. And then we're also gonna be tackling some of her storage closets. I'm super excited for the storage closets because she has a lot of storage space actually in her condo. So showing you how we revamp that is gonna be pretty fun as well. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera or turn the camera so you can see some of the spaces we're working with, and then I'll be back to kind of talk you through some of our process and how we transform spaces from start to finish. Now it's time to declutter with the client. So we try to streamline this process by sorting and categorizing before the client has to come in to make decisions to make the process easier. But as you can see, we are going through every single item with the client. She's telling us yes or no in terms of what she's going to keep. And we do that for every single item in the space. Once we fully declutter that space, we release the client, and you can see here, I am folding what she decided to keep. And all of this stuff is what is going to be folded and put away in the dresser or somewhere in the closet. So we work with the client in sessions to declutter and we release them. Okay, so now that the client has fully decluttered all of her clothes with me, I have already gone ahead and folded the clothes that needed to be folded. And now it's a matter of swapping out the hangers. So plastic hangers, one, a lot of times they don't match. And so I like to have a closet that is completely uniform. And two, plastic hangers, they do take up a lot of space in the closet when things are hung. So if you're trying to maximize your hanging space, I always recommend the slimline velvet hangers. One, they look uniform. Two, they maximize the space because they're slimmer than a plastic or wood hanger. So that's always going to be my recommendation if clients don't have like a particular reason as to why they want a certain hanger. So that's what I'm doing now. This actually is kind of a time-consuming process, especially when a client has a lot of clothes, but I'm putting all of the clothes that make sense to be on a hanger, going to maximize the space. We're going to get rid of the plastic hangers for her, and we're really just going to set this closet up in a way that makes the most sense, that flows well. So it'll be categorized based off of the type of clothes. So all of the blouses will go together, all of the dresses, long hang items will go together, so on and so forth. Here's a brief check-in of the closet. So you can see all of the clothes are swapped out on hangers. I have a good layout of where I want the clothes to be. So now it's just a matter of finding the right product solutions, particularly for her shoes and a few of the other items in the closet. beautiful people, we are back in the closet, so we're pretty much done. There are a couple of things that we need to enhance, like we need to fix that little situation over there. We didn't have like all of the products yesterday, so we have them today. So I'm going to finish up the closet, and then I'll show you some of the other spaces that we're working on. This is day 2. So day 1, we fully declutter all of the spaces we are going to do. So that was about 5 spaces. So the primary bedroom, just 2 storage closets, a guest closet, kitchen and pantry. So maybe that's 6 or 7, I don't know. But we decluttered all of those spaces. So now it's a matter of just adding functionality and, you know, organizing products and things that just look good, function well. That is the goal for today. I'm going to show you the shoe product that I'm going to use to maintain the shoe system over here, and then we'll dive into other spaces that we are organizing for our clients. So I'll be back. Give me 1 second. So like I said, shoe organizers, we are using these Like It shoe space savers. You guys have seen me talk about them before. I use them in my home. I use them in client spaces because they just make sense. I'll show you guys what it looks like now and then how we're going to enhance the space with these organizers. Y'all, so we have just wrapped up this client space. It turned out amazing. I'm gonna give you guys a full tour and kind of talk you through why we kind of opted for the systems that we have, but here is a quick glimpse of how it looks. Let's go ahead and flip the camera so I can kind of walk you through why we did what we did. Okay, so if you recall here, she had this section and it was full of all of her towels and linen and bedding and stuff. So we moved that and we put bins here. So this bottom bin, we have just her smaller sandals, her hats, purses, scarves, and winter gear. And then we put her handbags up top here, just to kind of make it feel like more of a boutique. We put all of her long hang things here because this is the only long hang section she had in the closet. And then we kept some of these shoe bins that she already had and put her tennis shoes there. What I love about these here is that it kind of displays her shoes, which is nice. And then the bottom row, we use shoe space savers. It maximizes the space. So what would naturally fit about 3 pairs of shoes, like this top shelf here, and not even perfectly because you see we had to stagger them, it doubles the space. And so now what would only have fit 3 fits 5. So that's what we put on the bottom rack. Again, we staggered the shoes so that we can fit all 3 here. More like just decor and like styling of her shoes. So that's what we put there. We hung most of her pants, her jeans, and then we just kind of hung them in a gradient. What I want to point out here is that you'll notice that the crotch is facing the wall so that you can have like a straight uniform look for all of the pants. We hung her shirts, we hung sweaters and hoodies. These are sets, so it's like a hoodie and, you know, bottoms. Her work blouses, and then long sleeve shirts. We maximize the space here. Initially she had hats, and so we put her shorts there, sweatpants, and sweaters. And you'll notice that everything is labeled. And then this is probably my favorite part of the closet, but this is kind of like her linen closet area. So we folded all of the sets together, the towel sets. We labeled everything because that's what organizers are gonna do. We have her bed linen there, and this is the full view of the closet. It looks really good. She's very happy with how it turned out. And then what I wanna give a special shout out to are these clear acrylic bin clips. They look really good with these bins. Oh, and you guys know, command hooks are my absolute favorite. Just some simple command hooks to hang these bags. I want to go ahead and show you the drawers as well. So you guys know I love these honeycomb dividers. These particular ones came from the Container Store, and it has her socks and underwear, sports bras, regular bras, and PJs. So you see we use the honeycomb organizers for sports bras, and then we use these adjustable organizers for more stuff like this. This is probably my favorite drawer. These are t-shirts, file folded. You'll notice when you file fold things, you can just fit a lot more stuff in the space. I don't know if I got a before and after or before of the drawers, but I'll try to find one so I can show you how they had it in there prior to us. So I need to show a client how to fold everything, but this is kind of how it looks. I'm trying to do this with one hand, but you'll notice everything is labeled for them. So if she has a cleaning company come out, they can kind of maintain the system with no problem. I am shifting gears into the kitchen. So while I was organizing and transferring hangers and things like that in the closet, my assistant was decluttering with the client inside of the kitchen. So now that we know the food and the kitchen items are fully decluttered, now it's a matter of space planning, making sense of the kitchen with what the client decided to keep. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of space planning, putting in products, getting an idea of how I want to organize and lay out the kitchen in a way that makes sense, that's going to be practical for the client, is going to be functional and accessible. One thing I want to note with this particular client is one of the things that she really highlighted before we started working with her is that she has ADHD, and she really needs her spaces to flow and make sense and be easy for her to maintain, especially when she needs that additional support. So I'm paying attention to how we're laying out the kitchen in a way that is going to set her up for success in the long term, because we don't want to come back every week for maintenance for her. So we want to make sure that whatever system we set up for her is going to be easily functional and practical and intuitive for her on a day-to-day basis. So here, there's a quick clip of her kind of giving me feedback, and we take that feedback and we implement it in the systems that we're setting up for the clients. All right, y'all, so we have just wrapped up the kitchen. It looks so good, especially considering where we started. I'm gonna take you through a quick tour of the kitchen, show you how we organize their stuff, why we organize it the way we did, and we're out of here. So here we have our cups and mugs, dishwasher. We put them intentionally right next to the dishwasher. She already had this pull-out tray, which I like. So she has cats, so this is all of her cat stuff. And then we added these multi-purpose bins for water bottles. Then we come under the sink area. You guys know I live by these multi-bin or multi-purpose bins, so I put those there. Originally, she had a whole bunch of these that were in a cabinet or in a pull-out drawer. They were taking up too much space, so we got an over-the-door cabinet to maximize the vertical space, and then we put her pots and pans there. She requested that her measuring cups go there. That's what we did with that. Again, drawer organizers for utensils. She wanted these on the counter, so we left them as is. Plates, bowls, and then we just added a riser there for that soup bowl. Notice, so near the stove, we have seasonings and oils, things like that. We put them in Lazy Susans just to make it easy for her to know what she has. I think she has a little note for the things that she needs to replace from the expired things. Right above the stove, we have these items, bowls, Tupperware, things like that. Oh, I skipped the cabinet. Maximizing backs of doors, you guys, is gonna be really important. Command hooks for things like this is super efficient. More pots and pans. We have little organizers for her tea and coffee pods. A basket, she already had this basket. We were able to repurpose it and just go ahead and put a label on it, and these are all of her breads. This is probably my favorite cabinet in the kitchen. So she just has canned items, baking ware, baking goods. So possibility, if she wants to entertain it for next time, she can decant these. We were running low on budget, so she already had this bin. We were just able to repurpose that and put all of her baking items in there. Another cabinet with some food and bakeware. So you'll notice she does not have a pantry. I'll show you where the majority of her food is in a second. So some cabinets are reserved for food. Other cabinets are reserved for just dishes. Again, you'll notice command hook to maximize vertical space. This is her baking ware, more of the food storage. So she was taking up a couple of pull-out drawers for this stuff, and it was taking up way too much space. So we put them here, and then her cutting boards. And then let me walk over here. She has like this little bar situation. So I am a big proponent on stacking your Tupperware. So that's what we did here. And then we just added this little pull-out basket for some of the smaller bowls, like glass bowls she has. And then same thing here, more pull-out baskets. These have medicine and vitamins, cups, smaller plastic Tupperware. Small appliances. These are just kind of like sentimental bowls she wanted to keep, and then these boxes she also wanted to keep. So that is the kitchen. It looks really good. She's really happy with how it turned out. We were able to maximize all of her space so much to the point where, y'all, she basically has an empty drawer, which I love it. So she has a little bit of space to grow into. Let me show you where we have the rest of the food. So if you don't have your own pantry and you need to be a little creative, she has this really antique, nice armoire that we use for food, y'all, and some other appliances that didn't fit in the kitchen. Tell me this is not amazing. Very intentional. Everything is labeled intentionally and strategically. And honestly, she does have growing space, right? Because that can be condensed. We can add more stackables here, like one more stackable there. Everything just, you know, makes sense. And then these drawers were full of things. We were able to empty out one. So this is empty. And then this one has reusable bags. So intentional. She loves it. This big old bag of skinny popcorn cracked me up because I'm like, where is it gonna go? So it's just gonna fit there for now. But it looks really good. All in all, the client is happy, gave us a 5-star review. So we're happy with how it turned out. All right, friend, if you found this video helpful and you enjoyed watching our project, do me a solid, like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.